find a comfortable seat, cross-legged or kneeling. And when we commit now to these 15 minutes of meditation, it's not like I'm a school teacher and I'm going to get angry with you if you decide to lie down on your back or if you decide to swap your legs. But if you decide to do that, make it a conscious decision. Like, okay, I'm uncomfortable in this shape, something is hurting me, so I can't stay focused on whatever I want to focus, this is not working for me, fine. Stretch your legs, come into a different position, and we'll take it from there. So come into your comfortable seat. And even when I meditate myself, I put my timer on. Because what tends to happen when you meditate without a timer is that your mind will start thinking about the time. How long have I been sitting here? How long, it's like there's a whole other person up there in your head. So even when you want to practice meditation yourself, I'd really recommend to put a clock or something so you can just let go of that idea. Let's take a deep breath into the nose and then a sigh. Another time. Deep breath in. Sigh out. I'll only speak for the first bit because it's in the stillness that the magic starts to happen. But I'd I'd suggest today to do a unconditional meditation. So yesterday we worked with a conditional meditation where we focused on our breath. You can do that too if you prefer to do that this morning, if that works better for you. This whole weekend is about exploring different practices and for you to pick up on the ones that you want to integrate into your life. Unconditional means a check-in, just being with what is. And for me, it helps to see my body in different layers, like an onion that has different layers. The physical layer, the mental layer, your emotional body. For some, maybe even a spiritual body, or you can even some translate your spirit into your mood. So just go through those 4 layers. So physical, mental, emotional, or 3. If you just want to do those 3, it's fine. And you can add the spiritual layer if that is part of your curiosity. And just sit for a moment and go, okay, let me scan my body. And then just scan the body, and where does the body touch the floor? Do my hands feel quite wet or dry? How does my skin feel? Are there parts in the body that feel a little tight? Just a little scan of the body. For a couple of breaths, for a couple of minutes. Maybe you'll stay there for the whole practice, just the body, and that's fine. If that's the way you connect with mostly. Perfect. And then when you want to go into the next layer, you just observe your thoughts. So I'm just giving you the framework, and then you can start doing it yourself. So start observing the thoughts then in the second layer. Some thoughts might pop up again. Some thoughts might just pop up once, and that's alright, like clouds. You just let them pass. Emotional layer is just to check with your heart. Do you feel quite heavy-hearted, light-hearted? Is it easy to connect to love and giving love, receiving love? And in the 4th layer, I always just, the spiritual layer, leave up to people. Because it's a very personal decision, personal lifestyle. It can also just be your mood, your spirit. How high is your spirit today? And it doesn't always have to be, my body feels great, my mind is calm. No, it's because we sit quite regularly, like we can start to observe the differences and then act upon it. Alright, I'm going to close my mouth now. We have another 11.5 minutes. And just breathe, observe and notice. place your hands in prayer in front of the heart. And let's set an intention. So you can have an intention for this weekend. It can be the same every day, something that you really want to work on and cultivate for yourself, something you might want to change. So you can bring that in mind again and observe yourself on your mat. So you can take that observation off your mat. And today, my offering is the word balance. We are going to be practicing in the theme of balancing. So what does balance mean to you individually, for your life? Is there maybe space for improvement of balance, and whether that's physically or in your lifestyle? What does it mean to you? So either bring your own intention in your mind and or the balance theme, and let's just seal that in together by bringing our head towards our thumbs, humbling, bowing our sometimes busy thinking mind to our beautiful pure heart. And then maybe just change your seat, stretch your legs out, and then we'll do our pranayama this morning, which is a balancing pranayama. So you can cross your legs again or come into a kneeling position. And most of my teachings will be mirror image. I always try to mirror so you can see me, but this one is quite complicated to do mirror image, so I'm just going to do it with my right hand. It's alternative nostril breath. Alternative nostril breath, we've got both nostrils and they connect to the different hemispheres of our brain. Our left side of our brain is linked to the more masculine, more logical way of thinking. So, for example, Chantal, for example, that works a lot like in a corporate environment. Literally, your left side of your brain is more developed in a way, while an artist, a right side of the brain, which is very creative, that side of the brain might be more stimulated or has been more stimulated. So with this breath, we bring oxygen across both hemispheres of the brain. So in that way, that's more the scientific explanation. We balance out the left and the right, which is yin, yang, masculine, feminine, just finding a sense of balance in that way. So right hand up to the sky, and then with your index finger and your middle finger, there's two options. Either you place them on the inside of the palm, and they stay there, or you can place them on your third eye. That's my preference, but traditionally some people prefer it like that. Then your right thumb is going to be on your nose. Now, it's not like you're jamming your nose. There's a little bone here. You can actually feel it. And it's really soft. It's literally just a soft underneath that little bone, a soft pressure. So the nose is not moving to the right or the left. It's literally like a really soft pressure. So the right thumb is responsible for the right nostril, and the ring finger and pinky finger are responsible for the left nostril. So in your seat, find your hand position, and if your arm gets tired, you can always support it as well. And then I always suggest later on for you to close your eyes. So sit yourself up, and then breathe through both nostrils, and breathe out through both nostrils. Closing your right nostril with your thumb, breathe into the left nostril. Close your left nostril, open the right nostril, and breathe out of the right nostril. In through the right, up to the third eye. Close your right, open the left, exhale out of the left. In through the left. Close the left, open the right, exhale out of the right. Two more arms together, inhale through the right. Close, exhale through the left. Out through the right. Keep going in your own time, in your own way for another minute. Wherever you are, finish your round and we'll exhale out of your left nostril. And that's where you end, and take your time bring both hands to your knees and softly breathe into both nostrils. Maybe notice, very subtly, if one nostril feels a little bit more open than the other. That changes during the day, constantly. Come to child's pose. You can remove whatever you're sitting on. And child's pose is a very important pose. You can come back to child's pose whenever you want. So in yoga, we apply compassion and self-love, self-care. And in yoga, we also not only working on physical things, we're working on emotional layers, blockages in the tissue, blockages in the chakra, whatever method you prefer to work with. And then child's pose is a place where you can just rest when things get overwhelming. I can honestly say that I've cried a lot on my mat. Life is challenging and we get hurt, our hearts get hurt, and those things come up in yoga, and it's okay. And that's why I think it's such a beautiful practice. And that's why it's so different from any other type of exercise, if we have to compare it in that way. It's really a healing practice. And allow yourself to come here, because this is your rebound, this is your integration. So if you just feel like, hey, I'm getting distracted here during the practice, I'm having negative thoughts, this is not serving me, for whatever reason, just come to child's pose. Really allow yourself to come here. Ujjayi breath is also a different pranayama which we practice in Vinyasa. So Ujjayi breath is a breath in and out of the nose. You can start to bring Ujjayi breath in. It's called victorious breath. It's really nice to manage the length and the quality of your breath. There's a slight restriction in the back of the throat. So I compare it to fogging a mirror or cleaning your sunglasses. That's feeling in the back of the throat, but your mouth is closed. And try to Ujjayi breath throughout the practice. And if you forget, that's fine. It's a practice. Alright, let's thread the needle and bring the right arm underneath your left armpit. And bring the right ear to the floor, walk your left hand forwards. Close your eyes, thread the needle in child's pose. 3 breaths here. Take an inhale, come back to center, and then pause, bring your head back down to the floor. Inhale, lift your head slightly, thread the needle to the other side. Left hand loops through,
Take your time, palm faces up, and then you can spiral walk your right hand a little bit more to the top of your mat. Soften the skin on your face. Connect back to your Ujjayi breath, in and out of the nose. Come back to center, child's pose, and then come into a tabletop. Hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips, slightly different, with a bit of a right and left variation. So you breathe in, this is cow stretch, and then you cat to the right. So you bring your chin to the right armpit, and you press your left hand and your right knee away in a diagonal line, and that translates across the back of the body. Lovely. Breathe in, center. Look up, tailbone comes up, cow stretch, symmetrical shape, and then asymmetrical cat to the left. Really open the left side of the body. Good. Inhale to the center, equal weight in both hands and knees, and then cat to the right. And let your head be heavy, and press that left hand and right knee. You can almost lift your right hand and your left knee here. You can even try that. Back to center, breathe in. Get to the left, press the right hand and the left knee away from each other. You feel a lightness in the left hand and the right knee. One more round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat to the right. Inhale, back to center. Last one, to the left. Good. Come back to center and walk your hands forward for Anatasana Puppy's pose. Different from child's pose because the hips are above the knees and it's a nice heart opener. You can place the third eye to the floor or the chin to the floor. Take 3 breaths here. Open the heart, open the armpits. Let's warm up the body. Come to an elbow plank, so your elbows can be on the floor. Now yogis, you take the options that work for you. That's why I offer different options. There's no I have to, there's no I should. So you can stay on your knees, or you can tuck your toes under and lift the knees. Just work with where you are at. That's the best gift you can give yourself. Elbow plank on the toes or on the knees. Take another deep breath in here. And come to Swings pose, knees down, hips to the floor. Lift your gaze, lift your heart, open the collarbones. And so, very often when we open the front line of the body, so when you focus on opening the collarbones, you start to slide your shoulder blades together. So you're compressing the back line of the body. Now can you actually create space in the full chest? I call that the bodyguard. So it's like you broaden and you have that proud kind of really proud chest, but it opens the back, front and the side. And that really gives you space to breathe. Take one more deep breath in here. Bring the nose to the floor, exhale. Hands next to your rib cage, tuck your toes. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, stay. Right arm up to the sky. Create a couple of circles with the right wrist. Take a deep breath in, look up. And then reach your right hand next to the right ear to the top of your mat. Good. Left leg up to the sky. Reach it behind your pointer. Knee, nose and elbow together. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Now bend the left knee and just reach behind you. You don't have to touch the foot, just reach. Lovely. Inhale, lengthen, pointer, forward and back. And I'll pull it underneath you again. Exhale. Knee, nose, elbow together. 2 more like that. Inhale, lengthen. Reach behind you, bend the knee. Yes, maybe you can touch the big toe. Where is the foot? It is behind you. Inhale, pointer. Exhale, nice and small. Press that left hand and the right knee away. Last time, inhale. And this time we hold. So bend the left knee and you can reach. Maybe you're like, there's the foot. Okay, and then just kick the foot into the hand. We're just warming up, so be gentle. Focus your eyes. So in balanced poses, the drishti is really important. You fix your eyes on a fixed point, so you're also training your brain to concentrate on a single thing. Lovely. One more deep breath in. Kick the foot in the hand. Open up, press the floor away. Exhale. Release softly. Inhale, hand forward, leg back. Right hand only to the floor. Tuck your right toes. Three-legged dog. Left leg all the way up to the sky. Point your toes and then open the hip so you can bend the left knee and then create a couple of circles in the left foot. Yeah. Feel into that ankle, maybe some quick cracks. You can always close your eyes. 2 more rounds of breath. If you feel like, oh, let's do something funky, you can bring the right elbow to the floor. See how that feels. The right elbow to the floor can be quite fun. You don't have to. Yeah, nice, nice. Three-legged dog, lift the elbow, point the left toes, and then step to a runner's lunge, foot to the outside of your left hand. Come into your fingertips and hold here. Close your eyes, 3 rounds of breath. You can always drop the right knee. You can make it as yummy and comfortable or challenging as you want. Inhale here. Wide pyramid pose. Exhale, drop the hips backwards. If you want, you can flex the foot. This whole week I've been flexing the foot and I quite enjoy it. It just increases the sensations here in the back line of the left leg. You can drop the head, or if you want to go for straight spine, also fine. Beautiful. Let's pulse that. So bend the knee, inhale. Exhale, bring it back. 3 more. Inhale, come forward, open the collarbones, come a little bit in the bodyguard chest, and then exhale, bring it back. 2 more rounds. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, runner's lunge, bend the left knee. Vinyasa squat, the right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. Now, we all have very different hips. So, maybe just start with the heels down to the floor and your elbows on your thighs, just to check how that feels. You can bring the feet a little wider, and then you can see if you can bring the elbows on the inside of the knees. Some of us, I mean, I'm half Asian, so I can have dinner like that, but it's not like that for everybody. So just meet yourself where you're at. Inhale, lift your heart towards your thumbs. And stay here. Bring the right hand down to the floor, fingertips to the floor. Press the knee against the arm, and then the left arm comes up to the sky. Open up. Reach those left fingers up. Breathe in. Both hands to your heart. Exhale. Other side. Left fingers down, and then feel the resistance between the knee and the arm. The arm is softly pressing into the knee is softly pressing into the arm. Activating those muscles, reach up through the right fingers. Bring the hands to heart center, exhale. Heart lifts, lift a little bit out of your seat, yeah, and then fold forward, toe heel your feet to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, hands underneath the shin, underneath the knees, so on the shins. So the most important here is you create a number 7. Maybe you bend your knees, your chest is parallel to the floor. Step back, plank pose, full plank pose. I find plank pose a really nice length for downward facing dog. So take a deep breath in, it's a reference, and then downward dog. First one of the day, first one of the practice. And I'm actually going to leave you there for 4 breaths while I go to the toilet. So pedal out. 4:40 in the morning. I was like, I'm going to be able to make that through. I'm going to be able to have a full blattering class, but no, rather not. All right, drop the knees back down towards the floor. You're back into your tabletop. This time it's your left hand and your right leg that reaches forward and back. Take a deep breath in. Knee to your nose, elbow together. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Bend the right knee, reach. Maybe you're like, hey, there are the toes. Inhale, lengthen forward and back. Exhale, squeeze and press that right hand and the knee away from each other. Inhale, lengthen. Activate the toes and the fingers. Exhale, reach and maybe tap. Last one. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, nice and small. Yeah, looking good. Inhale, lengthen. We hold, bend. Now, in balanced poses, it is very important to be aware of what happens behind you. So at the moment behind you, you're holding onto the foot. Can you bring your attention to the toes of your right foot? Activate them. Maybe wiggle them. Because it's a lot about your peripheral. Like you can't see it, but it's there. And you are aware of it. And you can activate it. So there's a mindfulness to it as well. Nice. Inhale, reach forward and back, pointer. And just your hand to the floor. Tuck your left toes. Three-legged dog. Lift the right leg all the way up to the sky. Open the hip. So you stack your right hip on top of the left. Bend the knee. Couple of circles in the ankle. So you're moving your foot. And remember, if you want to try to press the left elbow down, you can. That's just for fun. Just for fun, to do things differently. Shake a soft no with your head. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. Elbow lifts, legs extend. Three-legged dog, breathe in. Step the foot to the outside of your hand. Can you hover it? And then step. Nice control. Fingertips, inhale, come forward. And then hold here. Now, your left leg is behind you, but do you know what it is doing? Is the left knee straight or bent? Try to activate the muscles so you're lifting your hamstring up to the sky. So you're becoming aware of your body even though you can't see it. That's why sometimes I even practice with my eyes closed. Really feeling into the body and knowing you're creating a body-mind connection. Alright, take a breath in here and then the pyramid pose. You can have the feet flat, you can extend the spine, you can round the spine. That's Vinyasa. There are safety rules, let's say, but then there's more exceptions almost than rules because it's your body and you find the shape within the shape and then breathe and feel the sensations. Let's pulse that. So runner's lunge, breathe in, come forward, left leg still active. Breathe out, bring the hips straight back. Yeah, maybe let the head hang. 3 more like that. Feel free to close your eyes. Inhale, bend the right knee. Comes above the ankle. Exhale, bring it back. 2 more times. Inhale, open the collarbones. A bit of a bodyguard chest. And then exhale, bring it back. Here as well, you breathe in. You really, really open the chest. Fill up the lungs. Exhale, pyramid pose. Runner's lunge, breathe in, Vinyasa squat, both feet to the top of your mat. Alright, awareness of where your body is with your eyes closed. So you can maybe look first before you close your eyes, but you're trying to stand up really nice and slow, but you're trying to see where am I putting more weight. Is one foot dominant compared to the other? It's just an exploration. So let's do that for around 30 seconds. So you breathe in, you stand up nice and slow, and it's almost like the slower you move. Now when you sit down, is there more weight in the right heel, more weight in the left heel, more weight in the right big toe? So you're really just analyzing. A couple more times, inhale up. Can you feel your buttocks squeeze when you stand up? That's it. Take 2 more rounds like that. I can definitely feel a difference. There is a dominant side, so I know that I tend to press more into my right heel. So can I bring a little bit more weight and really move through the center? Good. Come back to Vinyasa squat. Take a deep breath in. And toe heel your feet to touch. Bring your toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Step to your plank pose. Hands to the floor. Feet hip width apart. Okie doke. Chaturanga. We could talk about Chaturanga for a long time. You can always, so for the people that are relatively new, just place your knees down. I'm going to give you two options. There's many, but let's stick to these two. So either you're on the knees, and then it's first to face. You kiss your mat, then your heart, then your tummy. Because why? Otherwise you get this. And as soon as you do that, you bring pressure into the lower back. So you want to control it down using your upper body strength. Alright. And then it's cobra pose. So you lift up, and this is a vinyasa flow. So anybody that feels more comfortable with this, you do this for the whole weekend. You can try something else. So it's a cobra pose on an inhale. And then when you come up, it's the same thing, but you reverse it. First you lift your tummy, then you lift your heart, then you lift your face, you curl your toes, and we meet in down dog. So if that's you, perfect. At any chaturanga, when I say yogi's choice, blah, 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 you do that. Now, let's do another option. So you come into plank pose. This is a little bit more intense. It's not better. That's the big thing. It's not better than the other one. It's just more intense. Alright, so the big thing here is, look what I do first. I totally shift my body as far forward as I can. So my shoulders are coming in front of my wrist. Then, for the safety of your shoulders, it's a 90 degree. Lots of people go lower. It's a 90 degree. So your shoulder stays higher than your elbows. It's hard work. Half plank, chaturanga. So high plank, forward first, low plank. Yeah, I'm shaking here. One toe, other toe. Upward facing dog, thighs are off the floor. And then you move from the core. So what a lot of people do here as well, they start with the feet. They start with the feet. The feet are the last thing to transition. So you start from the hip, and then you stretch the front of the feet, and then the feet flip. Alright, let's do 3 rounds on your own. So inhale, and then you can ask me questions after class. Exhale, maybe you're on the tummy, cobra pose, or upward facing dog. Inhale, and then we meet in down dog. Just gonna check you out and do 2 more rounds on your own. There's no judgment, it's just you and your body. Yes, looking good. 1 more round. That looks good, guys. Yeah, building it up. In that way, even if Vinyasa is not your favorite type of practice, you can make it nice. Yeah, good Marie, très bien. Super. Alright, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath into the nose and then sigh it out. Now, downward facing dog is your ultimate reset. It's a place where you can just rest, and then child's pose is a nice option instead. Bend your knees and look forward, and then step, jump or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, relax your neck and shoulders. High mountain, inhale, stand all the way up, hands above your head. Hands to heart center, samastitihi. Utkatasana, sit down into your little chair, and now bring the weight to your heels. So wiggle a little bit with your toes, and really feel the intensity. It's called awkward chair for a reason. Fabulous, let's try that balance. So focus your eyes on a fixed point, float your heels off the floor and reach your fingers behind you. Flying chair. Yeah, that's it. Now can you place the palms to face down? So rather than the palms up, face them. What happens there? You can do a little bit of an up dog in your chest. Because you're drawing those fingers, the fingers that are behind you. They're important. Are you still balancing? Good. It's a long time. Wobble, wobble. Alright, back to Utkatasana. Wonderful yogis. Breathe in. Fold forward. Relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Yogi's choice, chaturanga. jump, but if you jump, jump into 90 degrees. We can talk about that later. Inhale, up, down. You might be on your knees, you might be on your tummy. Exhale, lift from the hips, downward facing dog. Playtime, self-practice within the practice. A minute of whatever you need. Alright, so that's again checking in. What do I need? I don't know what I need. Maybe I need a child's pose. Maybe I need to uplift and do some donkey kicks. Maybe I want to have a sip of water. A minute of whatever. Maybe I want to practice crow, because that's something that I'm working on. Alright, you've got 45 seconds. Show me what you're made of. What do you want to do? Whatever. Yeah. Play a bit. Play a bit. Nice, Warren. That's it, Karina. Lovely, lovely, my bit. That's it. Yeah, beautiful. Nice, Marie. Keep your eyes focused on one point, Marie. Awesome. I like how you're picking the poses that you normally don't really like. Awesome work. All right, 3 more rounds of breath. We meet in downward facing dog. If you need a little child's pose, go into your child's pose. Take a breath into the nose. Sigh it out. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Take a deep breath in. Knee to your nose. Exhale, draw it in really close and press your hands away from the floor. Inhale, 3-legged dog, bring it up. To the right arm or armpit, exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lengthen the leg. Notice the toes behind you, the right toes, they're still there. And then left arm, excuse me. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lengthen. Step your foot in between your hands. Now stepping is an interesting art on its own. So really lift your left heel and then bring your knee really close in. The closer it is, the further you get the foot. If it's hard to step forward, help the foot. Rather than going, okay, I'll get there one day, just go, okay, I need some help. Totally fine. Stand up, crescent lunge. And this is already in a way a balanced pose. Pretend you're on a surfboard and place your feet in a way that you feel nice and grounded. Yes. Take a deep breath in here. And then bring your arms behind you and your chest forward for airplane lunge. Arms neck up to the sky. Crescent lunge. Hover your left knee just above the floor. Airplane lunge and torso. Bring your torso forward and your arms back. One more time. Inhale, hover. Exhale, reach behind you. Hold it here now. Focus your eyes on a fixed point and bring both arms next to your ears. We call this rocket ship. Extending that long line of energy from the left heel out of your fingers. Fabulous. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it out. Warrior 2. Arms come up. Slide it open. Slice it open and then look at the right toes pointing straight forward. Knee in line with the toes, left toe slightly in. This is an open hip position. And if your hips are not very tight, your knee will want to go on the inside. So open it back up, keep that in line. Reverse warrior, bring the right arm up to the sky. Extended side angle, bring the right arm. Now I like to really place the arm on the inside of the knee. And I'll tell you why. If you put your elbow on the thigh, there's nothing wrong with it. But the day that you're tired, you're just going to hang out here. So nothing is working in the core. And it's really nice to feel that resistance between the knee and the arm. The left arm can go straight up or next to your ear. But we're trying here to open our chest. So maybe with your left hand, you can be your own yoga teacher. Bring your left hand onto your rib cage here. And now pull that left elbow behind you and start to lift your heart up to the sky, up to the sky, up to the sky. Maybe your gaze as well. And then extend the left arm. Oh, wow, nice. Reverse triangle, extend both your legs and reach your right arm up. Low lunge, wimble your hands down, lift your left heel. Standing splits, lift your left leg up to the sky. Hold your standing splits. Your left toes, maybe you can see them, maybe not, but keep them active. Now balance. You can bring your right hand to your right calf and bring your left hand to fingertips. That hand might move to help you balance. That's okay. That's your little stability. If you feel very super balanced this morning, you can bring your left hand to your calf as well. Now really point your left toes and bring your nose closer to your shin. Whoop! And maybe you lose the balance and you just help with your hands. For 3, 2, both feet together. Your toes can touch or they can be hip-width apart. So there's different people that like different things. You can test it all out. Take a halfway lift and then a forward fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Now in chair pose, it is easiest in the beginning to squeeze the knees together, I know. But then later on, if you can, have a little bit of space between the knees. Why? Then it's a side on. Your muscles are holding the posture rather than the pressing in. And you're starting to use your glutes more. Yes. Take a deep breath in here. And then figure 4, your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Flex the foot. That keeps the knee active and gives you more balance. Alright, I'll show you from the side. So take a breath in here. Your bum goes back and your fingers go forward. Your bum goes back, your fingers go forward. Your bum goes back, your fingers go forward. That's it. Awesome. Now interlace your hands. Keep your eyes focused. And you're going to take that interlace and create a little cup for your foot. Activate that right foot. So your knee is safe. And then come and stand up into a half pigeon, but a standing variation. Feel the resistance. The foot is pressing down. The hands are holding on. Shoulders away from the ears. So there's 3 elements to balance poses. Focus the eyes. Core is engaged. And keep breathing. Actually 4. Keep smiling as well. Yeah, nice. Your right hand holds onto that right ankle. If I would let go, the foot would shoot away. So there's quite a lot of resistance there. It's like they're fighting in a kind way. And then place that foot on the inside of the thigh for tree pose. If the thigh is not you this morning, then just do the calf. Or even the ankle, where your big toe is on the floor. And you'll see, there's days that balance is just there, and there's days that balance is all over the place. And that's alright. Your standing leg is really strong, and the foot is again resisting the leg. Bring the hands to heart center. Maybe bring the arms up to the sky. Maybe look up to your thumbs. Woo, that's a whole different ballgame. Maybe close your eyes. Maybe play around with it. Feel the wobbling. Acknowledge the wobbling. That just means your ankle, your knee, your hip are getting more stable, more stability. Good. Take a deep breath in here. Samasthiti, feet together, hands in front of the heart. Close your eyes. Notice the right leg. Maybe feels slightly different than the left. Inhale. And sigh. Utkatasana. Sit down into your little chair. You bring the weight back, so it's almost like you're falling backwards. Really bring the weight into the back of the heels. Lift the toes for a second and place them back down. Left ankle on top of your right thigh. Figure 4. So it's like a figure 4 shape. Whoop. I also need to focus my eyes. And this is not my strong side. I've got one side that is easier to balance than the other. No judgment. No attachment. My right leg is not a better leg than my left leg. That would be sad. Fingers forward, bum back. Fingers forward, bum back. Yeah, open up the hip. Good. Create that little nest with your hands and then stand up. So the arms are straight. Good. Focus your eyes. Breathe. Opening the hip. Take one more deep breath in. And then it's the left hand that holds onto the ankle and places it somewhere on the leg. Now there is actually one little safety rule. Rather avoid the knee. The knee is a sensitive joint and you are pressing with the foot into the leg. So keep it safe and then just go into the calf. Hands to heart, up to the sky. Maybe look up, maybe close your eyes. Breathe. For 3, 2, Samastiti here. We immediately breathe in, high mountain, arms up to the sky. Hands to heart center, exhale. And this is the little champagne bottle. So a champagne bottle, it's like you're becoming a little smaller. You're bringing all the energy in, and then you pop open. Whoosh, and you open the arms. This is also a back bend. Inhale, look up, fold forward. Exhale, relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen, hands to shins. Chaturanga Dandasana. Step, jump, float, knees, toes. It's an exhale to come down. It's an inhale to come back up into cobra or upward facing dog. And an exhale for downward facing dog. Big breath into the nose. And a sigh out. Left leg reaches up to the sky. 3-legged dog. Breathe in. Lift the right heel and bring the chin, knee to your nose, really close by. Also the heel close to your bum. Yes, 3-legged dog, lift it back up. Again, knee close to your chest and then to the armpit, to the left armpit, to the armpit. Aim for the armpit, yes. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lengthen. To the right, probably the elbow or just above the elbow. Yeah, squeeze it in. 3-legged dog, lengthen. Step forward. All right, there we go. Lift the hips, bring the knee in, resist the floor, or just calf. Fingertips, inhale, rise. Crescent lunge, hold and breathe. That's it, find your feet. Take a deep breath in here. Just the arms back and the chest forward. Airplane, arms and torso. Notice that my right leg is extended. Now I'm going to bend it to scoop it in and up, hover it, crescent lunge. And then we extend the energy forward and back, exhale. Inhale, hover, arms up, reach up. Exhale, bring it back, reach with the fingers, the same as we did before, palms down, a little bit of a gesture of up dog. Arms next to your ears, rocket ship, hold it here. For 3, strong legs, 2, arms up, open up, a warrior 2. So check out the feet, left toes forward, right toe slightly in. And the pinky toe side of the right foot is kind of parallel to the short edge of your mat. Now sink a little deeper, open those hips, look at the left hand, reverse warrior, left arm up to the sky, bring it over and across. Extended side angle. I won't get angry if you place your elbow on the thigh, but just make sure you can lift it at any stage or play with it resistance. It also helps your knee to know where it needs to go. Reverse triangle, both legs extend, both arms extend. And we move your hands down to the floor, low lunge, lift the right heel. Standing splits, right leg up to the sky. I notice immediately I bring my both hands a little wider, find my center, and then I can bring the left hand to the calf. Really point those right toes, they're behind you, but they're important. And maybe add the right hand. Ooh, where am I going? The left side. Awesome. That's just creating new neurological pathways. Muscle memory. It's a practice. Take a deep breath in and then fold forward, both feet to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Utkatasana. Inhale, sit down into your little chair. And then bring your hands to heart center and exhale. Bring your weight to the right foot. And start to lift your left heel to your buttock. The knee can be bent. Palms pressed together. Focus your eyes. For 3, 2, lovely. Left knee in towards your chest. Single leg Tadasana. Arms above your head. And an eagle pose. Wrap that right leg, that's your left leg on top of the right. And your left arm underneath your right. Yes, now in eagle pose, if you want to work on alignment, notice that your knees want to go to the right. So bring them back to the center. It's like if you look from the top, your elbows and your knees are stacked on top of each other. So there's a drawing back with the knees to your left. And then you try to move your shoulders away from the ears. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, looking good. Nice. So try to draw the knees a little bit more to your left. Also my breath. Yes, nice, Warren. Good. Nice. Single leg Tadasana. Lift the knee back up to the sky. And then hands to heart center, feet down. Samastitihi. Utkatasana, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Find your weight in your left foot and lift the right heel up to the bum. Both knees are bent. A bit of a bouncy here. Keep the right toes active. So toes can point, flex, or Barbie foot. I'll show you the Barbie foot now. Good. Take one more deep breath in. Right knee in towards your chest. Take a breath. Find your balance. Find your drishti. Eagle pose. So this eagle pose is like a slight restriction of blood for a while. Because you're squeezing your legs and you're squeezing your arms, it's like you're taking a hose pipe, you're blocking the water with your thumb. And then when you release, whoosh, a lot of blood shoots through all the body. That's the detoxifying benefit. Nice. Over. Focus your eyes. Lean a little bit backwards so the weight is in the left heel. Yeah, lean against the wall behind you. Knees and elbows stack. Fabulous. Inhale, right knee up to your chest. Single leg Tadasana. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Full Vinyasa flow. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift later. Chaturanga Dandasana, step, jump, float. You can also skip. If today is a day that you're like, yeah, whatever, you can just, you checked in with yourself. You know your body, your physical, mental, and heart body, and you know what serves you best. Adopt your practice and adopt the actions accordingly. And that's the most beautiful thing you can gift yourself. All right, we lean in downward facing dog. Let's warm up our body even more. So, dolphin pose. Dolphin pose setup is the same as headstands setup. So, in yoga it's a lot of rituals. And why do we do these? Because we want to be safe. So, in dolphin pose, you have your elbows on the floor. What happens a lot is that people put their elbows out wider than the shoulders. Obviously, it is easier to balance here because your surface is bigger on the floor. But that does bring quite some tension into the shoulders. So, setting it up nicely, elbows under the shoulders is a little harder for most of us, but safer on the long term. So how do you measure that? Hold on to the opposite elbow, really squeeze your biceps, and then notice that your elbows are the same width as your shoulders. Keep your elbows there. When you put your hands down, it's nice to have them in an 11 shape. If the thumbs come a little closer, fine. If this moves, okay. If that starts to move, just draw it back in. Sometimes we even do that with a belt. So measure, arms down. Now what happens here, even when we move further and we do pinchy, the energy starts to press down towards the pinky side of the hand. So really put some super glue here at the base of your thumb and roll this side of the wrist down. It's going to give you balance, and it's going to also grip here into the elbows. All right, let's go. Elbows, measure, hands down, super glue, boom. Now, toes, tuck, lift hips. This is your foundation. So, there's two things you do. You walk your toes a little in. Now you notice that your chest is forward, so you press your chest back. You're creating space in your shoulders. Toes back in. Oops, I'm leaning forward. Let's press into those arms, bring the body back. You do that a couple of times, and the more the hips are above your shoulders, the easier it will become one day to come to pinchy. Drishti, guys. Drishti is somewhere between your arms. Now bring your right leg up to the sky. Three-legged dog. I'm asking you, how active is your right Are your right toes active? You can't see them, but you have a relationship with them. Keep that leg exactly like this. Now just bend the left knee and start to feel that you can do a little bit of bounces on your left foot. Maybe you can clap your feet. It's called high-fiving your feet. Yeah. All right, I want to see you. Try that on. If you want to try something else, or a child's pose, totally fine. Your wrist okay, Warren? Okay. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that top leg is super active. For 3, clap your feet, Marie. Yeah, high five your feet. One foot, other foot. Yeah, then you go quicker. All right, embryo pose, knees to the floor. That's a child's pose with your knees together and your hands come close to your feet. Yeah. Now observe your thoughts. I really hope it's something nice. I really hope it's something nice in, oh, I'm practicing, I've committed to learning, I'm a beautiful person. Because what happens in your head sometimes is like, oh, that wasn't good. Oh, I could have done better. No. Let's do the other side. So, let's do the measurement again. Hold on to the elbows. You do this every time. So you're just creating habits for yourself on your mats. And then lift up, walk in, press back. Walk in, press back. Walk in, press back. Alright, left leg up. Notice how strong it is. So as soon as your left leg starts to bend, it starts to look like this. That left leg is going to reach up to the sky and it's going to lift you up. Up and then clap. Up and maybe clap. Yeah, that's it. Some of you might even hold it. Oh, nice, Marie. Focus your eyes. Press into the inside, Dorina. So I see your hands are lifting off the floor. Is that correct? Yeah, so keep the hands flat on the floor. You can, yeah, flat and really spread the fingers. Nice. Dristi, where's your Dristi, my Brit? Yeah, Dristi somewhere between your arms. Good. For 3, that's it, Karina. So Karina, your shoulders are, your elbows are a tiny little bit wide. You can have them a little bit closer. All right, and then you rest in nice Warren. That's it, Dorina. Child's pose, embryo variation. So embryo variation, you bring your hands to your feet. The reason being that you can relax your shoulders a bit more, because these dolphin poses are quite strong on your shoulders. So you bring your knees closer together and you bring your hands to your feet. Yeah, exactly. And then melt your shoulders. Fabulous. A nice rock and roll. Awesome. Let's flow. Hands forward. Tabletop and downward facing dog. We're going to do the same flow with some adds on. The adds on are optional. You don't have to do them. Okie dokie. Right leg up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Knee to your nose. Exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lengthen. To your right arm. Exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog. To your left arm. Inhale, lengthen. Look forward. Step forward, help the foot forward. Crescent lunge. Stand up, find your balance, arms above your head. Take a deep breath in here. Airplane arms and torso, chest forward, arms back. Rocket ship arms, bring your arms next to your ears. Now shift more weight to the right foot and you start to feel that the left toes are peeling off the floor. Airplane, Dekasana. Arms reach behind you. Remember the palms are facing down. Or, if you want a warrior 3, you interlace your hands and start to point your fingers away. Now, I'm asking you a question. What is happening with your left foot? Your toes are active. Reach the toes behind you. For 3, 2, we'll meet in crescent lunge. Start to softly bend the right knee. Soft step back, control, crescent lunge, breathe in. Warrior 2, breathe out. Check the alignment of the knee, keep it safe. Reverse warrior, right arm comes up to the sky. Extended side angle, arm to the inside of the leg, left arm reaches over, open the chest. Let's fly again. Reverse warrior, breathe in. We'll take our time here, half moon. Half moon, so you can grab a block. Place the block around 1/2 meter in front, somewhere in front of the foot. You'll have to work with it. And then you want to press the block into the floor. You're resisting it. You can even place your left hand on your left hip. Same question, are your left toes happy and active? Keep your drishti on the floor. You can lift your left arm up to the sky. Feel the wobbling on the right foot. Maybe it's your fingertips on the floor. Maybe you lift 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and start to float your hand just above the floor. While the left arm reaches up, the right arm reaches down. The left toes are active. For 3. Nice. Reach to the crown of the head. Lift the left leg a little bit higher. For 2. Reverse warrior. Softly step back. Bring the right arm up to the sky. Extended side angle. Again, exhale. Reverse triangle. Press into both legs. Both legs are straight. Reach backwards. Low lunge. Wimbledon. Alright, standing splits. Now, we have different people, different options, different needs. We've already discovered that some of us prefer yin or whatever. So here, you can stay and just stretch out, or you can do some handstand practice. So the first handstand practice that I would suggest, or little exercise drill, is to simply trust your hands. So your left toes are really active. If you want to look, if you want to come down onto your knees and look, be my guest. See how the weight is in my right foot here. So I look in between my thumbs, hands are spread, arms are straight. As soon as you bend them, you need to press that whole weight back. It's a lot of work, so keep them straight. And then it's more about shifting the weight to the hands, lifting that left heel, and shifting it back. That's it. You're standing on the foot, and now you're standing on your hands. You can do that. Or you already shift the weight here, and from the shifting of the weight, the one foot kicks up, and you can do high fives. High fives or switch. Switch kicks are nice. High fives is just a clap of the foot. Okay, playtime, 1 minute. Child's pose is also cool. Flatten your hands, Dorina. Yes. And turn your index fingers a little out and a little wider. Wider with your hands, Dorina. Wider, 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 wider. More space. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Nice, Marie. Keep your hips still, Marie. So, les anges, ils bougent beaucoup. Ils font un peu de danse. Alors, essaye de les tenir au centre. Ouais, c'est ça. Nice, Karina. That's it. Mybrid drishti. So you're looking at behind you. So bring your drishti between your hands. Because I think you're looking at the back wall. Cool. Alright, take another 3 more rounds of breath. That's it. Much better. Forward fold whenever you're ready. Top of your mat. I've got 1 more side to go. So in your forward fold, you can bend the knees, shake a soft no with your head, really relax your neck and shoulders. Awesome work. Reset here. Notice your thoughts, let them be supportive. Kino is a very famous yogi. I once went to her class and she said, let your thoughts be as if you're talking to your puppy. Well done! Awesome work! It's silly, but it's true. You can train your mind to just have positive, try to have motivating, kind, positive thoughts. Alright, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, yogis. Stay with me, we're almost there. fold forward, you're doing an amazing job. High mountain, inhale, above your head. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, arms up, left side, fold forward, exhale, relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Chaturanga Dandasana, step, jump, float, skip. High plank, half plank, cobra or upward facing dog. And if you get tired, just skip these. Just skip these. Take a deep breath into the nose. And sigh it out. Left leg up. Enjoy each breath, each movement. Active toes, knees to your nose. Exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog, lengthen. Left armpit, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Right arm, exhale. Inhale all the way up. Look forward. Notice where you're going to step. Press the floor away and bring the foot forward. Find your feet. Crescent lunge. Arms up to the sky. Lift your gaze. So when we get tired, our gaze drops to the floor. Lift your gaze. Open the heart. Take a deep breath in. Airplane arms and torso. Exhale. Rocket ship arms. Reach. Now shift the weight. Active right toes. Airplane. Dekasana. Focus your eyes. The right leg is very important. It's behind you. It's important. It's active. Maybe warrior 3, where you interlace your hands. Point, 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 point. Yes, for 3. Keep your focus. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. Crescent lunge. Soft landing as if you're stepping on an egg with that right foot. Warrior 2. Slice it open. Reverse warrior. Left arm comes up. Extended side angle. Reach forward and bring the arm up to the sky. Reverse it again. Breathe in. Half moon. So the left hand comes quite far in front of the foot. You can use a block underneath the hand. And maybe see if you need the block. If you can lift your hand off the block. Remember the right leg. It's active. It's behind you. Your toes. Open that right shoulder. Stack it above the left. Reach the fingers away from each other. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Take one more deep breath in. And we reverse our warrior again. Step back. Reverse. Nice, graceful landings. Extended side angle. You can bring the gaze up to the sky. Reverse triangle. Both legs extend. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Low lunge. Wimble your hands. Frame the left foot. Lift your right heel. Standing splits. Same drill, yogis, practice. So often here, if you want to just try these like shifts of weight, bring a little bit more space. So you bring the foot around halfway your mat. Active right leg, lift the heel, press the floor away, and bring it back. Inhale, lift the right toes, lift the left heel, weight in your hands, and back. High fives, you already have a weight in your hands, and you start to high five your feet. Keep your dristi in between your thumbs. Keep your legs active. Try to touch the ceiling with your toes. Switch kicks are also nice. One leg comes up at the top, switch to the other side. All right, 30 more seconds. Nice, Marie. That's it. Awesome, Karina. Karina, turn your hands a little out. Yes. That's a little bit too much. So your index fingers are parallel to each other and parallel to the long edges of the mat. Yeah, that's your foundation. Dorina is doing the same. I can see that. Lovely, Bernadette. Can't see Emma, but all right. Nice. Forward fold. Feet together, top of your mat. Let's take gorilla's pose. So it's the full hand that slides under the foot. I take my index finger, no, that's my middle finger, excuse me, and I bring it under my heel, literally there, all the way under. So your toes are standing right next to the wrist edge. The big toe can press into the meaty part of your thumbs. You need maybe you bend your knees massively. Now you've got a little circle. a little circle of body. And just let your brain be heavy and soft. Close your eyes. Take 3 rounds of breath here. Softly release your hands, take a halfway lift, lengthen, and step back to downward facing dog. Now we're winding down, so in your mind, consciously decide softness, edging, the edges, in the edge we spoke about yesterday in Yin, is different in Vinyasa. In the standing bits, the edge is quite challenging, it's physically challenging. So now let's make the edge softer again. Half pigeon on the right. So remember the 1990 we did yesterday in Yin? If you have knee issues, do the 1990, the scooping. Now I'm wearing colored pants so you can see, or you do half pigeon. So the right knee comes to the ankle, and then try to move that foot a little bit forward. And then you walk your knee backwards. Toe, knee, until you find that sweet point. And you can come down to your elbows. We'll stay here for a full minute. Relax the toes of your left foot. Again, the foot that is behind you. We forget about those sometimes. Swallow a couple of times, relax the face. Sigh. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. Alright, hands come under the shoulders. And this is for the people that also mentioned, oh, I sit a lot in the office or you run a lot. You can slide that right heel a little closer under your groin. And then bring your left hand to the center of your mat. No, excuse me, right hand. Right hand is easier, otherwise it's a very, very strong twist. And then you hold on to the back foot. For some of us, holding on is enough. I noticed here I've got overextension. I tend to overextend the arm. I need a soft bend in the elbow. For some of us, holding on, fingertips is also fine, by the way. For some of us, holding to the foot is enough. Some of us might want to draw that heel closer to the buttock. If you're holding on to the inside of the foot, for me the inside is the big toe side, and your thumb is up. Then if you want, you can draw it in, the fingers can curl around, and your elbow can turn up. And then you square your chest to the front. That's all the different variations that I can offer now. And I know, I can see it in your face. It's like, yay! Woo! I know, my Brit, with all that running that you do. Take 2 more rounds of breath. If you feel it, you need it. Slowly let go. And then roll to your right buttock. Your left knee kisses the right foot. So you're sliding the knee in and it kisses the right foot. That's it. Right hand behind you, lift up. Now I like to draw that left heel a little closer in. So I draw the heel a little closer in, and then you can really open the heart there. Press the shins into the floor. Nice. Can you look up towards the left hand if your neck is okay with that? Press into that right shin as if you're going to lift up the floor. Yeah, take a deep breath in, and then come all the way back down. Your left leg is going to continue all the way across. I'm not going to change my leg, so I'm mirroring. It makes more sense, easier to follow. both sit bones are onto the floor, or we try to have both sit bones onto the floor. If it's not the case, rather have both sit bones onto the floor and your lower back nice and safe. Bring the arms up to the sky and then twist to your left. Left hand behind you. And if you press into that left hand, it helps you open and become that bodyguard, that openness in the chest, that lifting. Close your eyes, 3 more rounds of breath. Inhale, turn your face to the front. Exhale, counter twist. Cross your shins and then we rock and roll. So you can just rock and you don't even have to have the shins crossed. You can have the feet next to each other. Just rock and roll forward and back. And we're kneeling down dog in your own way. Step, float, jump, skip. Even in the end, pay attention to the index fingers, they're parallel. Notice the body, notice the breath. Left leg, half pigeon or 90-90. Knee comes through, foot comes a little bit more forward if you can. Just see, fit on, try on the shape. Take a deep breath in, and elbows can come down. You can also stay up. That's a nice thing. Make it yummy for yourself. 1 minute. Last round of breath in this shape, and then bring your hands under your shoulders. You can bring the heel a little closer in. Left hand to the floor. I actually noticed that I walk that knee a little closer. So I actually do that, but I never say that as a teacher. So I walk the knee a little closer, weight into the left hand, hold on to the big toe side. This might be enough for you. You can draw the heel closer, or your toes, your fingers wrap around the toenails, and then hook your fingers around the toes, and then square that right shoulder back to the front. 4 more rounds of breath here. Feel free to close your eyes. Be gentle when you let go, and then roll to that left buttock. Left foot can come a little bit further forward, slide that right knee so it comes in and kisses the foot. Right heel closer to the buttock, left hand down, whoopa, up you go. Open the heart. I love this shape. Feels so nice. Take 1 more deep breath in. And then slowly sit down. The right leg continues in front of you. I'll change legs, so I will mirror you again. And then maybe extend the leg, both sit bones. And it's because you press the sit bones down that you can lift the heart, lengthen the spine, and then twist. That is to your right side. Open that right collarbone. Space between the shoulder blades. face the front on the inhale, just the head, and then counter twist. Hands over and to the sides. Extend both legs to the top of your mat. Forward fold. You might want to sit on a block. You might want to grab a belt. Close your eyes and breathe. Bodyguard chest again. So not just an opening in the front, but it's a full expansion. You know, when they say peacocking, it's like, yeah, here I am, kind of feeling, which is for some of us challenging. You know, it's not natural to be like okay, broad chest, but it is a healthy position. So have that openness, that space. 2 more rounds of breath. Alright, slowly let go. Roll to the back. So if you have a sensitive lower back, just hold on to the knees and roll to the back. Otherwise you can do some core engagement here and roll, 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 and relax. Knees into your chest, spinal twist, knees to the left. And then I like to press the back of my head in the floor so I can lift my chest and shimmy my shoulder blades under. You can choose to keep the nose up to the sky or extend the twist to your neck and turn your face to your right hand. On the inhale, bring the knees back to center and then over to the other side. Knees to the right, maybe lift your chest, shimmy your shoulders under the side, what you do with your neck and your face. No wrong or right, one thing is not better than the other. It just feels nicer, suits better, matches. Notice if you're warm enough for your Shavasana. On the inhale, bring your knees back to center. And I really like in my prep when I teach to give you guys some space to do your own thing as well. So if you don't really know what to do because you're new to yoga, I will always suggest try different things. So you have 2 minutes here to either stay with legs up the wall, really nice when you sit a lot, when you run a lot. Plow pose, just only do plow pose if you know your neck is safe, if you know what you're doing. So plow pose is where you bring your feet over your head. You do not turn your face, keep your neck safe. From there, you could do a shoulder stand, leg up the wall. Happy baby pose is super nice as well here. So you've got around 1.5 minutes to go. You can also choose to use this time to put on your socks, to grab your blankie. This is your last little rituals before coming to your Shavasana. In the next 2 to 3 rounds of breath, make your own way to Shavasana. Make sure your feet are warm. Maybe put on a jersey. And I'll be the timekeeper, so I will also guide you out of your Shavasana.
So you can just lie on your back and totally surrender and let go. I love the blankets. It's nice. And this is the integration. We'll talk about the importance of Shavasana. It might seem like you're doing nothing, but your conscious and your subconscious get an opportunity to align. And 90% of your actions and your thoughts come from your subconscious. So this is a very healing time. Lie still. And if you feel like fiddling, just go that layer deeper. Why? Why is there a restlessness? Practice the stillness. I'll let you know when it's time to move again.
You can keep your eyes closed for now. And just notice your breath. From a very passive breath, start to bring some breath back into, conscious breath back into the body. And just observe your nostrils, the right and the left nostril. Which one is more open? Might take a couple of rounds of breath. And then start with small physical movements. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rub your fingers. You can do all of this with your eyes closed so you can really feel what's going on. As soon as you open the eyes, the thinking brain starts to kick back in. So just stay into that inner landscape and then maybe stretch your arms overhead, full stretch. Nice little yawn, flex and point your feet. And then hug your knees in towards your chest, nice little ball. A little ball of you, of beautiful you-ness. And then here, can you observe which nostril is more open? Might be very clear, it might be very subtle. Roll to the nostril that is most open. And then just lie on your side. And then press yourself up to a seated position, cross-legged or kneeling. We'll close our practice, our asana practice, where we started. And then you can do that check-in again. So this, if you want to start self-practicing, this is a really good moment to also meditate. Because it's a nice, everything is quite aligned. Notice how your body feels. The connection with the breath, the mind, the heart, the spirit. Balance. There is no ultimate state of balance. Even when you're standing on one leg, it is an in and out. It's like the sails of a boat. It is constantly moving. A bird balancing in the sky. It's different from stillness. There's no ultimate goal of balance. It's a constant readjusting. And just aiming to find some sense of balance for yourself. Bring the palms to touch. And in the booklet I wrote my favorite quote, which is Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu, which is a Sanskrit saying. And translated in English, it is, may all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my life in some way contribute to the happiness and freedom for all. Thank you for joining today in the retreat. Namaste.